I'm Dr. Uche, a practicing physician who's been coaching others to write and publish their biographies since 2013. The first autobiographies I brought to publication were for my dad and granddad, and those took more than 5 years and lots of mistakes. On this channel, I will show you the tools I use to perfect the process so that you can have your biography done in 6 months or less without the delays and mistakes. Remember to subscribe and share with your friends. Let's dig in. We are becoming a diasporian world. The world is shrinking. Folks are all over the place. People are moving around. And more, we all run the risk of a major problem. This is something writing biographies can solve. What do you think? Stay tuned. I'm talking about family history being erased, okay? 2, 3, 4 generations later, nobody knows where the family originated from, the name of the place, names of grandparents, certain people, names of people and places getting erased. That is easy to do in a world where increasingly people don't kind of hang out where they were born. They often move away. They might move to another city, another country. We are a population on the move. You may move to another continent. How do people remember? How do you keep children grounded? I think that it's important to embrace where you are. I really believe in people embracing and being embraced by where they know, where they're living and growing up. But I also think there is so much beauty in making sure we remember our roots. There's a reason why Alex Haley's roots resonated with so many people. And when it eventually had the movie adaptation or TV adaptation, I understand it was one of the most watched TV series ever in history. And because there's a lot of beauty in remembering where everything started. And increasingly we have 23andMe, we have people doing testing to determine their origins. Are you 20% this and 30% that? For a community like the US that has an immigrant history, a lot of people here came from somewhere, but also in other parts of the world where perhaps the population is not as immigrant based as in the US, you still have people moving across borders. And I think that writing a biography is yet another way to make sure that every family knows its history. Those who remember need to write, because there will come a time when the younger ones do not know. They had no exposure to the homeland. They don't know who the people were, who migrated, who did certain things. And so that is a huge responsibility on people like us who still remember origins to write things down. That's a responsibility for you, my friend, to write down so that in future your grandchildren can refer and say, oh yes, Grandpa said we came from this area in Cameroon. Grandma said we came from this area in Poland. Apparently, the current US President Joe Biden was sworn in on a Bible that belongs to his family, that has gone back for generations in his family. I read that somewhere and I was so moved that they had kept this Bible. I believe his family is Irish, and all the way from Ireland, somebody kept this Bible. Now, it may be that you don't have such a memento, an heirloom. Just a few days ago, my daughter said to me, are there any things in the family from 200 years ago that I can look at? And I said, to be honest, I don't know if there's such a thing. But if there is, it would be in Nigeria. It would be in southeast of Nigeria where your family is from. And I don't know if people are preserving these things. One of the more fun things to preserve for us would be like letters and so on and so forth. But even if things are not preserved, you can preserve history. You can preserve names of people, places, important family events. you can write those down. And that, my friend, is yet another reason why you should get cracking. Write your story, okay? I'll see you in my next video.